Don't say that. Hey, everybody.
I told Mike right before we went live that he looked like Kramer. That was a nice thing to do.
That was not what I needed to hear right at the beginning of a live. I didn't realize my hair was so big.
It's very, very, very humid here. I like your hair, though, even when it looks like Kramer.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome to the live on Wednesday night. Wednesday Night Live.
Oh,
we should call it that.
Wednesday Night Live.
How
long is this going to happen for? I guess for a while still.
We're not sure exactly. So we may not have a lot of people on this because we sort of announced it late. That's my fault. But we're still going to have tons of fun.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. We are doing this at home as usual. So if you hear some noise in the background, that's just the kids, knocking around. 2 older boys are off with friends, so it'll be actually a little bit quieter than usual, I think.
Yeah, maybe. No, they're not the ones who make the noise. Eve just got some water and took like a million.
I'm sure she'll figure out a way to get on camera a little bit later.
Close her water bottle right here, right before we went live. She's like, I have to close my water bottle.
Like, come on.
So,
okay.
I think you guys don't mind though, huh?
They don't mind. Yeah, we're going over some basic oil stuff tonight.
Sherry, good evening. Sherry W53.
Sherry W53 says good evening. So we on this, if you're not familiar with how these lives work, we get a little comment feed on the right hand side of our screen here. So we'll try to address the comments and questions as they come in. But
so if I'm like this with my eyes.
Yeah, if we're like doing like this, we're just looking at comments.
We're looking at your comments.
Yeah,
I guess you probably know that. Tammy22, hello, beautiful people.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. Sweet.
Thank you. Why, thank you.
Okay, so
I guess we can wait a minute while let's wait a minute. I got to get into my groove.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Lindsay Stevenson says, grateful for you and your wonderful and classy family. Wow, keep it coming, guys. Classy.
Get you fooled.
This isn't so classy over here.
Oh, are there dirty dishes over there?
Yeah. Well, those are clean dishes. They're just in the drying rack.
I gotta keep those covered.
I think if I could go back in a time machine, it wouldn't be the first thing I would do, but I think, and my past self might hate me for it, but I might say, hey, so renovations, they take some time, and so don't imagine that this is going to be done by this time, or see it more as like,
or that's going to cost
a lifestyle choice that you're making, that you're going to be doing this long term, because I've realized that now, but it is a little bit like, I kind of wish I had prepared myself mentally, not like when I was boxing up my books, that it wasn't like, see you in a few weeks. Should have been more like when your family in the 1800s left for America.
Yeah.
And hoped that you would see them someday again.
Yeah. And if there's anyone on this video that doesn't actually follow our other YouTube channel, I think everyone here does, but we are in the middle of a renovation. So we have like tables back there that we're using as countertops and shelving and lots of unfinished stuff around here. So yeah, whatever.
Sherry says she lost us.
Uh-oh, Sherry lost us. Hopefully she gets us back.
Yeah.
I think we're good on our side. We still seem to be
rolling
broadcasting.
But who
if
knows?
There's anyone else who's lost us, please let us know. But if you lost us, how would you let us know?
Sherry let us know.
Oh, that's true.
I guess she can probably still chat.
Maybe
we're frozen. Hopefully we're frozen at very flattering moments.
You're right. Not like that.
If the feed ever seems glitchy, just jump out of the video and get back in.
Oh.
Are you talking to us, Lindsay Stevenson, or are you saying, because we can't do that. Yeah. So if it does, it would just end. Is the renovation fun or stressful?
Yes. I would say it's a little combination of both. It does lean more heavily on the stressful side. Although I think now it's less stressful than it was. Now it's just sort of,
it's like a dull ache.
It's kind of a grind now because we're not doing a lot of new stuff now that we didn't know how to do before. Now I'm having to repeat stuff that I already learned, like for our bathroom back here, which I haven't even started yet. But also we're having to balance regular life out a little bit more. We can't just continue doing renovations all day, every day, which is what we did for like 4 or 5 months. Like it turns out like you have to do other things with your life. Your kids need rides places, and you got to do stuff like we're doing right now. Like we're having to do a little more balancing now, and so we can't just work on it all day every day.
So it's not stressful. I don't feel like stress so much as like impatient. Now, you may not know this, but patience is not my strong suit. So that is a little bit hard for me. Just like I'm like all or nothing. Either like let's do it right now, or it's like I don't know, I don't care anymore.
It's two extremes.
Yeah. So, but yeah, there are some things we need to do. Tammy says, but are you guys planning to get like a second floor anytime in the future? Not on this building.
No. That ship sailed a while back.
Yeah. We had to make some decisions on budget and timelines, and just like it didn't seem like necessary anymore to rip the roof off of this and build a second story on it, especially as our family keeps shrinking. Now, obviously, they're still our family, but like the need for them to live at home full time. But what we do want to do someday, we want to build a 2-story garage with like living quarters above it.
Right.
Maybe like an apartment. So like older kids can stay there, or there can be like a multi-use space above the garage. So that would be a second story.
Okay, why don't we get out of the small talk now and into the oils, because that's what people are here for. So
I think they're just here.
No, I don't
hear about whatever.
They don't just want to hear us sort of ramble on about our renovation.
Yeah, or sing.
Or that either, I think.
Okay. Thank you, Lindsay. Lindsay did say for those watching, if it gets glitchy, just hop out and come back in, and maybe it'll reset and start again instead of waiting for it to. Oh, that's a really fun question. Okay, so should we answer? I'm going to answer these questions so they don't get stale.
Yeah, and or else we're going to lose them.
So Julianne Link said, "Hello, what do you recommend for a special time of the month for us ladies? Like your birthday, or what are we talking?"
Second Friday.
I'm just kidding. I would say Clary Calm. It's a blend in a roller bottle, and it's been such a gift. Works for boys too, because boys have hormones, it turns out, and they have cycles, not the same type as us, but. I have my girls when they're very emotional. I know what's going on. We'll roll it on the back of their neck. I'll put it have them put it on the bottom of their feet and on their hands and smell it. It is amazing. It's also amazing just anytime you need hormonal balance. So it's amazing for pre or perimenopause. I've seen a lot of people find a lot of great success dealing with hot flashes and those sorts of symptoms as well. That's an awesome, awesome blend that all humans should have in their arsenal, but especially us ladies.
So that's Clary Calm, right? It's a blend. And if you ever decide to buy a kit or this kit specifically we're talking about tonight, you can add that on as an individual oil.
So or if you're going to take advantage of that special where you order again next month,
yeah,
you can put it in that one.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
And then Lindsay Stevenson said, "Is there an oil you diffuse to help with your creativity when designing your renovation artwork or for planning your content?" That's a really fun idea. And I just go with whatever sounds good to me that day with what I put in the diffuser. So right now in our diffuser, I have my favorite blend of all time.
See.
Holiday Joy, which is only available in November and December. And it's
so we stock up on it.
Yeah, it's exactly we never have enough, but we found some in a box.
Yeah, that's true.
We ran out months ago and then found some in a box. It has cinnamon and like orange and a bunch of stuff like that, and it smells amazing. And then I added some lemon oil to it, a couple drops of lemon, and I did a drop of peppermint just because it sounded good to me. But definitely there are oils that are more invigorating, like citrus oils, wild orange, peppermint to open up your airways, make you feel energized. There's all sorts of fun stuff. There's a book called Essential Oils and Emotions or something. And if you want to
That's a unique title.
Yeah, I don't think that's the title. It's something like that. If you want to get really into the idea of like our bodies having energy and stuff like that. And it's fun because it's kind of like choose an emotion and here's the oil. And I don't know if there's a lot of scientific data to support that, but it is fun. And so I just kind of go with whatever smells good to me that day. And you definitely, when you're around oils a lot and you have a lot of experience with them, you feel drawn to certain ones, just like you do have cravings for food and stuff. So I have cravings for oils. Somebody said, "Hey, Jude." Tammy said, "Hey, Jude." Hi.
He's over there now.
Now they're definitely going to find some things that they
Yeah.
have to do in the kitchen. So
Okay.
okay, thanks for the questions.
That
That was a good start. So today we realized we've been doing these, we're on our 3rd week now.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and that we hadn't really ever gone over just like the basic 10 from Doterra. They are a few blends, and that's more than one oil put in a bottle, and a few single oils that are in many of the kits.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, there are 2 kits that are just these 10, the Family Essentials kit and the Home Essentials kit. The difference between the 2 kits is that the Family Essentials kit comes in, it's all these 10 oils, but in a third of the size of these.
I'm looking that up real quick to make sure we got it right.
Yeah, put your water away, huh, Eve? So Family Essentials kits comes with these 10 oils, but a third of the size. So they have like 80 to 85 drops in them. This is the Home Essentials kit. It comes with all 10 full size and a diffuser. So it's a great place to start. But these same oils are in many of the kits because they're just really like effective at so many things. They are, sorry, I'm a little distracted. Hey, can you guys go find something else to do besides dinner theater of mom and dad? Thank you. I tossed my train of thought.
I think you're talking about like kind of what they do.
Yeah,
like
they're in. So this is a basic kit because like these oils will cover like 90% of what your needs are with oils. Like with your healthcare, like there's one of these oils is going to have the chemical constituents in it that will help you with almost everything that you're looking for. But obviously there are some things like we just talked about, like Clary Calm, which is so directed and so awesome. There are oils in here that will help uplift mood and that might help with hormonal issues, but there are some others outside of that for specialty needs.
They actually changed the name. That's not Family Essentials now. It's Healthy Start Kit.
And it also comes with a diffuser.
Yeah, it comes with a little diffuser.
Okay, I'm old school.
Well, yeah.
So can you guys see on Mike's phone?
Yeah.
Yes. So it's the Healthy Start Kit, and it has a bedroom diffuser. That's what I would call that one. It's still a cute little magnetic box. Diffuser. Nice. Their packaging from Doterra is incredible. So that still comes with a diffuser, but this comes with a diffuser more like this size. That is for like I would say your living room diffuser or your bigger room diffuser. Each of them has on there how much square footage they cover, but for me it's easier living room, bedroom. So
yeah, that comes with the La Luz diffuser. I don't think I'm saying that right, but we have a diffuser. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We have one like it over there off screen. I promise it's right over there. It's a black one. Mm-hmm. It's really cool.
Thanks, Mike. If all of you could imagine right now, though, about 10 feet away from us is a black diffuser.
Right there. I'm just looking at it right now.
So those are those 2 basic kits. There are other kits from Doterra to get started with, but we're going to go over those 10 tonight. Yes. So that if you do start with one of those kits, or if you've already started, chances are you've got these oils.
Yeah.
So I think we should go out of order. Close your eyes.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna hit me?
No.
Oh.
And choose one.
What am I supposed to do?
Just choose one. Just pull one out.
What is it?
Lavender, which is the one we always start with anyways. That is so funny.
Am I supposed to open my eyes yet?
Yes, stop it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, so dorky.
Okay.
That's okay. We're both dorky. Lavender oil. So lavender oil comes from the lavender flowers or the flowers of the lavender plant.
Do you want to talk about what oils are in general?
Okay.
Have you done that yet?
Idea. No.
You're skipping right over the basic stuff that you said you're going to go over.
I know.
Crazy.
It's okay. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's a little late.
I'm just kidding. Yes,
What?
That's good. I got ahead of myself.
Okay.
Because I'm excited to get the oils out. But
yeah,
oils are super awesome. They are
That's it. Move on.
They are from plants, and they can come from many different parts of the plant. Like I was just saying, lavender oil comes from the flowers of the lavender plant, but it can come from bark, like in cinnamon. It can come from the rind of like a citrus fruit. It can come from stems and roots, and it doesn't matter. Yeah.
If it's peppermint.
And so most oils go through the distillation process where steam and pressure are applied, and the oil of the plant is distilled off of it. And that is all I have to say about that. No. No, but man, I must be a little tired.
Maybe we're doing these too late for
Yeah.
us.
No, so that is how most of them are. There are some that are cold pressed, like I said, the rinds, but
Mm.
what happens is they become really, really potent. And so lavender in flower form, you can dry it. When you dry it, you lose a lot of the oils, but still, if you take a lavender flower and you rub it between your fingers, the oil sacs on that will break. These are not fatty oils, it's an aromatic compound, and you will be able to enjoy it. But when you distill it, it becomes really, really potent. And an example I always use is like peppermint oil, the chemical compounds found in it are like 1 drop of peppermint oil is 28 times as potent as like a cup of peppermint tea.
Mm.
And so if you're using peppermint tea for maybe your stomach, you can see how much more effective the oil can be because it's just so potent.
Or you got to drink a lot of tea.
Yeah. Hey, that's
I
okay
like
too.
tea.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Peppermint tea is yummy. So they are really, really effective. They're incredibly complex. So like in the case of lavender, we're talking about like thousands of known like medicinal compounds found in lavender oil. It is one of the most complex oils. And those are just the ones we know about. And these all have different health benefits. And it's really what modern medicine is founded upon, because they would notice that a plant was helping with something, they would try to isolate what that chemical compound was, and then they'd recreate it in the lab. But what's awesome is you can go back and have a more natural approach, and in its complexity, and also in a way where these oils work directly with our systems. They're made of the same stuff as us. So they'll penetrate the cell membrane. They will work really effectively with your body, but also gently. So you're not having all these weird side effects going on that you might have from some of the other routes you might take for your healthcare.
Some people say you have side benefits, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
Because other things are helped or supported in that process.
Yeah, so like let's say I am using lavender for, I'm having some seasonal allergies, and lavender has natural antihistamine compounds in it, but it's also going to be very soothing for the stress in my life, and it might also help, heal some things like on my skin and stuff. So that's really cool that we don't usually think of that, because when we take normal medication in our life, it has one active ingredient typically, but you have to think of oils as having, some of them, hundreds of active ingredients, and yet it's really safe and gentle. If they aren't, there are definitely some plants out there that you wouldn't want the oil off of, like poison ivy. That's the oil of the plant. That's so irritating. So we know oils are effective.
We don't have a poison ivy
the oil and poison. So like if you're like, oh no, but that sounds dangerous, these are the safe ones that have been tested and used for literally, some of them, thousands of years. So that's really cool. And that also means they're so potent that they're cheap. Sometimes we don't think of them as cheap because like a bottle of lavender oil like this, wholesale from Doterra, I think is around $20. And you think $20, but you've got 250 drops in there.
Well, yeah, like if you had a bottle of pills that had 250 pills in it for $20, you probably wouldn't question that too much. But in this case, it's drops, so you're paying pennies per dose essentially, because you really need a drop or two for a dose.
Yeah,
I use that word.
So awesome. Okay, does that work for you? Is that enough?
It works for me. I hope it works for all them.
Are there any questions about? So we've got, they're safe, they are effective, and they're affordable. So that's what's awesome about oils.
Well, yeah, and what we tell people is when you're buying, like especially if you're buying a kit of oils, you're buying your medicine kind of in bulk. You're kind of preloading the things you need. So you're investing in that so that as you move forward, you have the stuff in your medicine cabinet that'll be helpful for you. Because when it's in the middle of the night and you got a stomach ache, it's still too late to go online and order that bottle of DigestZen or whatever. So you're buying it ahead of time.
Yeah. So you have an all natural medicine cabinet. That's great. As for why I would choose Doterra, Doterra has extensive testing on all of their oils, and every batch of their oils is tested. That's not the standard in the industry for every batch to be tested. They might be like, oh, the first time, what are your oils like? And they'll buy them from like a broker essentially who, buys a bunch of oil from a bunch of different farmers. And so it doesn't really get tested as rigorously. So you don't, and this happens a lot, you don't always know what that oil is because there's a lot of crossover with plants. And so like in the case of lavender, a lot of times what you're getting when you get lavender is actually lavandin. And if you were to look, it would say, instead of lavandula augustifolia, it might say lavandin, which is actually a different plant. And it's a great plant, and we use lavender in some of our blends, but it doesn't have the same compounds that you would be turning to lavender for. And so that's a big deal in the industry, and it is quite a problem. And so having every batch tested is really awesome. Second thing, that Doterra works directly with their farmers. We early on, like quickly, the company moved to working directly with our farmers so that we could control the process a little bit more and know what we were getting from them. But also they found that the products always improved as we were able to work with them. And they have also a charity wing. So as we work with our growers, there's all sorts of cool stories. If you go to Doterra's websites and learn about the Healing Hands Foundation and how we work with our growers to help them in their own communities with wells and schooling options for their kids.
Because a lot of the oils come from developing countries and that sort of thing.
And that's important. It's not just because like, oh, we'll outsource, the production of something because it's cheaper. It's actually that the oils come from all over the world. They are indigenous to different places all over the world. And that really matters because there's a difference between the lavender I have growing in a pot in my side yard right now and the lavender that you might find in France. The climate is very different. The soil is very different. And so you're going to have a different complexity and effectiveness based on those things. And so that's also why you want to test every batch, because you want to make sure that when you're getting this lavender, it's still going to be just as potent and just as safe, but like the real deal thing, and it matters where they're grown. And so we have oils grown in Haiti. We have oils that are coming from the eastern coast of Africa. We have oils coming from different parts of Europe. It's really actually quite exciting to be a part of Doterra and to know that that's happening, because I feel like we're helping revitalize the earth to use pieces of land and property that were never used before or haven't been used in a long time as farming's become more industrialized and centralized. And so now these old family farms and farmers are able to grow these products again.
Because they have customers. They have
And then they have a company that's really committed to making sure they're grown sustainably and organically, and that knows about them. And so like, I think the majority of the farmers in Doterra are like farming like 5 acres or less, which is super cool. So we're not talking about, huge conglomerates. We're talking about individual families. So that's just like an extra bonus when you're buying from Doterra. And I think it makes all the difference in the world, like quite literally, that when you're buying these oils, you're helping improve the planet. Okay. So Lindsay just asked, talking about oils being affordable, any chance Doterra is approved for purchasing with an HSA card or a health savings account card supplied with by certain insurance options through employers? And I have heard of employers and those accounts being willing to cover those things. So
it depends on your provider.
But I know in the past people have been able to do that. So you want to go and look into that. Okay. So let's talk about the 3 ways that you can use oils. What are those, Mike?
Ooh, we're getting more basics. So there's aromatic, which is when you're smelling it, it's in a diffuser on your hands, that sort of thing. So that's pretty obvious and pretty easy. Diffusers, typically the way they work is you put some water in, you put 5 to 10 drops of oil depending, and turn on, it diffuses. There's also topical. That's pretty easy, right? On your skin, anywhere that hurts, or lots of different options there. And then there's internal. So through the mouth, right?
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
And that is specific specific to Doterra. There are other oils historically that have been used internally, but like we said, because there isn't a lot of testing done and there's not any standards in the industry, or very few, you want to make sure that yours are safe enough and that they actually are what they are. Like I've heard stories about frankincense oil getting tested after the fact and it's got like turpentine in it, crazy stuff.
Don't want to take that inside.
So you don't want to take that inside, but doTERRAs are tested. And so they have, will have supplement facts on the side. If they have that, that means that they're safe to be used internally. And that they meet the standards for that. There are some oils we don't use internally, like Deep Blue. So you'll notice on your bottle, there aren't any supplement facts. And you'll notice when you look up, solutions, it won't ever tell you to use it internally.
Yeah.
So you don't.
There are some oils you don't want to take away.
But Deep Blue's whole purpose that we'll talk about later is for your muscles. And so it's not, for your for specific pain in your body, and so it's not for taking internally.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are the 3 ways you use them: aromatic, topical, and internal. And if you get an app called Modern Essentials Plus, ME Plus, it is not from Doterra, but you can look up different things that you're struggling with. I recommend you get it. It's $3.99.
Yeah. We have no affiliation with this app. We don't
get anything,
but we do use it. There it is. Modern. It's a little bit washed out, but that's it. When it's just
choose something.
ME Plus. That's what it looks like right there. Can you see that?
That's what Mike's phone looks like too. Here.
I'm like,
yeah. And then when you open it up, the reason I'm telling you this, you can just go and click on that.
A little washed out.
Yeah. But it has a list of different things that you might wanting to be helped with oils.
Yep.
And if you click on them, like let's say
antidepressant,
it has oils. Now you'll notice this one has a lot of oils, and that's because the chemical compounds found in some are also found in others. I would start at the top of the list. If you don't have it, then just keep moving down. But it has the little marks on there for aromatic, topical, or internal. And then if you scroll down up to the bottom, it says application. Hold on. I know I can do this. It says application, and it tells you exactly how to use it those 3 ways for that problem. Yeah. So we used to get these books in bulk and hand them out at classes or give them as like little gifts or something. Now it's an app. So easy to use.
Wow, technology.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go through those 10 oils.
Now we're going to do it. Really, we're going to do it.
Yeah, we're back to lavender. Can anybody tell me one of the many things that I've said about lavender tonight?
Ooh.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't think we can go that cool. I was just reading Jonna Hayes. What a cool bonus. Oh my gosh. And then Lindsay said, so cool.
A lot of cools.
So I read the cool right when I was saying that. No, lavender is an awesome oil. Definitely in the top 10. These all are, but like no doubt about it.
It's one of the 10 here.
No doubt about it. I might switch a few things around for specific people, but everybody needs lavender. So often using lavender topically, you're going to put a drop on your hand. Let's say you are feeling stressed. For me, that's that time of day is like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Sometimes the stress builds up. I might rub it right here on my chest. Go like this, put it on the back of my neck, or if it's bedtime, I might do that again. Mm-hmm. And then I'll maybe put it on the bottom of my feet and on the back of my neck, and then I rub my hands on my pillow. Mm. You can make a pillow spray out of it to use it aromatically. Keep it on your pillow at night. Sarah said she's still old school with the book and she needs that app. Yes, it's awesome. In fact, we don't even have the books anymore. I see them at the thrift store every once in a while, but
also Doterra's bottles, and these all come with little reducers, so you can get 1 drop at a time. You can pop that off if you want to get more, but yeah, just an FYI.
So that's awesome. Very calming. Somebody gets like a bee sting, get the stinger out, and then put some lavender on there.
It's great to support a healthy allergic response.
Yeah, and to soothe the skin. So sunburns, add it maybe to whatever like lotion or aloe vera you might want to put on there. It's just all around awesome. Put a couple drops in a bath and soak with some Epsom salts. It's an awesome oil.
Oh, are we doing the?
We're going to do that every time? Is that worth
fun.
It, guys?
It's totally fun.
We just don't have time for that.
Am I taking too long? Okay. On guard.
On guard. Okay, so On Guard is one of our probably most popular blends because it is our protective blend. It's what we're going to turn to if we're not feeling well or if we're wanting to make sure that we continue feeling well. So when I'm flying on planes, I'll put a drop under my tongue every hour or so.
It promotes a healthy immunity response.
And under your tongue.
What do they call that, Megan?
Sublingual.
Yes. Ooh, now you sound like a doctor.
Bilingual. No, under your tongue, the blood vessels are really close to the surface. And so putting it under your tongue, it'll absorb really quickly. Some oils taste really yuck, I mean, lavender is not amazing under your tongue. I'll do it if it's necessary. But On Guard is spicy, but yummy. So should I do it? Should I do it for the TV?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oop, we just got our thumbnail for the video.
Just went down my chin.
Oh, I have a
No,
Okay.
super good though. And so this could be something if you feel like things are going around the house, put it on the bottom of people's feet. Definitely get that in your diffuser and keep diffusing it around the clock.
Your mouth is gonna start to get numb now because
I know.
clove.
It's great
It
for
smells really good.
irritated throat. It's also a great, like if you want to make a homemade cleaner. Doterra has a whole line now on guard products.
Stuff, yeah.
What do we probably ingest On Guard the most from?
Well, we don't ingest it, but we use it the most for toothpaste.
Yeah, On Guard toothpaste from Doterra is legit.
So good.
I don't know if I mentioned
So
on the last class. I mentioned at some point that we went to the dentist and he started quizzing us at the end with all our 9 kids, and he was saying like,
what is 2 times 12?
Yep. He's like, homeschoolers. No, he said, what well, you guys probably aren't eating a lot of sugar. I just like looking at your kids' teeth. They're so healthy. And he was asking stuff like that. And I'm like, no. And he said, well, your kids' teeth are a miracle. And I was like, well, thank you. But it really is the On Guard toothpaste, 100%. I'm such a believer in that toothpaste. It's amazing. And it tastes really good because we're so used to like this minty toothpaste, but it's a cinnamony toothpaste.
Yeah, it's really good.
So good.
Yummy.
So that's an awesome product. And we have hand sanitizer with it. But if I don't have my hand sanitizer with me, the spray that doTERRA has with On Guard, I'll just put it on my hands like that.
You gotta lift your hand up a little higher so people
I'll
can
just
see
put it on my hand like that. And what's awesome is, we had at one of our doTERRA conferences there, we had this scientist lady there, and she was showing how
scientist lady
they had put On Guard in a solution and diluted it down till it was like 1 drop in like 20 gallons of water, something crazy like that. Don't quote me on that, but it was really diluted.
I'm gonna quote you.
Very diluted. And
diluted to the max.
Yes. And then they sprayed a surface with On Guard, and then like 30 minutes later put like the flu virus on there, and it would not grow 30 minutes later. And then they did it an hour later, and they did it several hours later. And it wasn't until like 24 hours later, after putting this very diluted On Guard solution on this surface, did it finally start to grow. And so it's an awesome cleaning product. It's awesome on your hands. And it's going to, like, let's say I put it on my hands like that, and then I walk through the airport, I'm protected. And a few years ago when it was really scary out there, I was like, I'm good, yo. So
we don't know. Yeah. We can't say why, but
I'm just good. Won't let That's us. Why. No.
That's true.
Okay. So we're going to do it again.
Melissa 8 just got on and said, yeah, I caught a live. I didn't know Melissa hadn't been here for a live yet. I just emailed Melissa today because she ordered a kit. So Melissa, we're
I bet you got some of these oils. So
that's true.
We've only gone through 2 because we're taking forever.
No, we won't do it anymore. You just choose the one you want to go with.
Julianne says, hello, I have one more question. Do you have a link to make sure that we're ordering through you?
Yes.
Yes.
There's a link in the description of this video there's a link directly to this kit if you want it, or a more general link so you can look at all the kits and those options. Or if you're outside the US, there's a link that goes kind of to doTERRA's site, but it's still through us. So all the links you use below, it will go through us.
And not only, she says, how do I make sure you get the profit? Yes, I'm very interested.
Oh, we're going to get that all right.
But also, we will see that you enrolled, and Mike will send you an email link. You guys will get linked up so that we can make sure that you're getting taken care of, you're getting your questions answered, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So I got the summer ready kit. Ooh, that was our first class, wasn't it? We did a live on that.
We did. Yeah, that is cool. Right now, for this month of July, there's a special kit called the Get Ready for Summer. I can't remember now. The Get Ready kit or Ready for Anything kit. You can get that. Go back and watch the live we did on it. The first one. It has all those cool oils. So, some sunscreen, some lavender.
You are not going to want to miss out on that thing. It was amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty. Okay, you're overselling it a little.
Our live.
Oh yeah, well that too.
How could I oversell that? Okay, no, we just have to do it now. It's annoying.
Oh, okay.
But we just have to. I think everybody feels that.
I have to choose.
Just maybe don't do that whole like lingering fingering thing.
Okay. Now that I picked it, I can look. Okay.
Yeah.
Now this is kind of cool. Watch. We didn't show this last time, but this little kit. You see what you can do? You can have it set up, and it has a little spot for all your oils to sit.
They're like, well, I can set it anywhere like that, but no, it actually has a depressed.
Not depressed, sadly, but depressed in a good way.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, Peppermint. I'm holding it.
Sherry got the first kit, and she loves it. Awesome. I think you mean the small with all the 10.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Get ready to be awesome.
Yeah,
kit.
that's a great one.
Okay, peppermint.
Mike, tell us what peppermint's good for. How would you use peppermint? How do we as a family use peppermint almost all the time?
Well, personally, I use peppermint.
Are you trying to hold that right in front of your eyes?
What do I use peppermint for? Well, I love how it smells, and we use it very often for motion sickness type stuff. So
In
we
the
keep
car.
a bottle in the van because whenever we get on a windy road, somebody gets motion sick.
It's not good for your oils to leave them in a hot van.
No,
But we do anyways.
We have lots of bottles of this stuff, so it's okay.
Oh, it smells so good.
But it smells so good. Peppermint, well, all of doTERRA's oils are very potent, but like we said, but peppermint is great because it's cooling. So there's a couple things it does for you, especially if you have a little bit of motion sickness.
Hold your hand up, Mike.
Oh, oops. So smelling it is great. Opens up your airways. You just feel that coolness going in. It's awesome.
I wish I could share it with you guys.
know.
If you have some peppermint at home, do it
we
right
need
now.
some in-person classes. But then also back in the
That
neck,
would be fun. We have not done an in-person class in
5 years. It's been a while.
No, because we haven't done an in-person class since before we started traveling in 2016.
Wow. Anybody in Charlotte want to have a class at their house?
Do people even do that anymore?
Well, we could do one.
It would just be fun.
Anyways, so
I don't have any friends.
let us know. If you want to do a class in your house, we'll come teach it. Anyways, on the back of the neck, it makes it cool. On your forehead makes it cooling. On your ears. So like all those places actually, to me, help me feel a little less nauseous if I am. And just sort of like, I don't know, it just kind of takes those feelings away. So peppermint's awesome for that.
I look like I just went through some tragedy, but
no, you're happy.
I'm just reading comments.
But you rub this on, you're gonna feel it cooling. Like it's almost immediate.
You'll feel it on your face.
Yeah, but you want to be careful because if you do rub it on your sinuses, the fumes or whatever you want to call it will kind of go in your eyes a little bit. Especially if you have glasses on. We learned this. They get like stuck in there. So if you're gonna do it, take your glasses off for a minute.
Back when we started doTERRA, it was 12 years ago. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't do math.
Yeah, 12 years ago, we started sharing doTERRA as a business. And we tried the oils for about a year before that. But our kids were a lot younger 12 years ago.
Really?
Believe it. Yeah. Elijah's 22 next month. So he was 10. I can't believe it.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. But I remember one day, Mike's like, why is she telling the story? I remember one day I went to put my contacts on and I had.
Don't rub your eyes right now.
When I started, we had 4 young boys. That was all the kids we had.
I know this story.
And I went to put my contact in and I looked, I was like, that's strange. There's like a bubble in there. How did that bubble stay intact
in the little, like,
in my little case
that
on one of the
holds your
sides? And I
lenses.
like put my finger in and I got it. And I was like wondering, like, that's strange. The bubble didn't pop when I put my finger in. And then I put my contact in my eye and realized that ain't no bubble. That was a drop of peppermint oil that one of my children had blessed my contacts case with. And
it went straight into your eye.
I think it went straight into my soul. It was so painful.
Was I there for that? I don't remember that.
I don't know. It was really painful. That's
So-
just my story.
So they're
Or
not,
another time.
they're not good eyedroppers.
I
Don't do
love
that.
taking baths. I take one every day, even though it doesn't make any sense. I take a bath every evening. And one night I'm like, oh, I'm going to switch it up. Instead of doing like lavender in my bath, I'll do like an aromatic bath with peppermint oil. So I put the peppermint in there and it was cooling. But then I got out of the bath and all of the peppermint oil had sat on top of the water. And as I got out of the bath, all the water like ran down my body and just ran down until it congregated
Are there only
in
women
my
on this?
nether regions. And oh my gosh, I had so much peppermint oil on. It was so intense. You remember that?
I think I do. Remember
I'm like,
that. And I was
oh.
like,
So these are all things I learned
Oh.
so that you don't have to.
this is what not to do. In fact, in the description of the video, I said also we tell you what not to do.
Oh, okay. Well, there
So,
we go. So don't
do
take
that.
a bath in peppermint oil. And then immediately, if you've got peppermint oil
Or
in
any other like
where the sun don't shine.
oil where you don't want it to be. Like your eye, you could do the exact same
Yes,
thing
you
you're
can do
talking
this in your eye. You just get a carrier oil. We use fractionated coconut oil. You can use raw coconut oil, jojoba, almond. You can use olive oil. I had a friend
Avocado
who
oil?
had oil get in her eye and literally grabbed the butter off her counter and put some in her eye to stop it from burning because the fatty oils will slow down absorption and kind of create a barrier. So I should have just grabbed some. I was young to doTERRA and to oils. I didn't know that I could have just put carrier oils on and it would have really helped.
Yeah. And also, this goes.
Oh, Melissa did the same thing with a peppermint bath.
Okay, learn from our mistakes. Just don't do it.
Oh.
No, but also don't put oils directly in your ear either. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah, we've learned the hard way that ears are very sensitive.
Yeah.
Who knew? Inside.
There are some oils that do help with like ear infections, that sort of thing. We're gonna talk about one. But never put them directly in there. It's too sensitive.
Way too sensitive.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Megan McNally says yes.
Yes.
Sherry says yes. Are you guys in Charlotte?
She was responding to our Charlotte.
Are you in Charlotte and you want to have a class? Really though,
Maybe.
I don't think anybody does that anymore. I don't think people get together in person
It's
anymore.
been a while. Well, I think people want to.
Yeah. Well, if you want to,
Ever since
let
COVID.
us know. Megan.
And Megan, you should send us an email at contact@northandsouth.com. We'll talk.
Lena and my thoughts says, I want to get the plugins out of my house. Amen to that because of the toxins.
Oh.
Dude, there's like neurotoxins in plugins. It's crazy. Would the Aroma Essentials be the best place to start?
That's a great kit because it kind of focuses on the oils that have
aromatic
uses benefits.
Okay.
So, and it also comes with a bigger diffuser. So I think that's a good.
Yeah, that's
your place to start.
Yeah, if that's your first goal.
Aroma
that would be
Essentials.
A great one.
Yeah.
Natalie said her first order will be here Friday, and she set up her first LRP order for August, and I've started a wish list for September.
Sweet.
The LRP is the Loyalty Rewards Program. It's like your frequent flyer program where you can sign up, and what happens is doTERRA will not send you anything except what you have put in your cart. So imagine you have like a Amazon cart that has things sitting in it. Save for later, forever and ever.
We have like 5,000 of those.
Yeah, we do have 5,000 things. And then you just say to Amazon, okay, on the 15th, just send me whatever is in there. And then, okay, now I'm taking this Amazon thing too far. But doTERRA has this, and then you get you earn credit. How much credit is it?
You mean in points you get
10%
back as you order?
It depends. It's like a sliding scale. The longer you do it, it starts at 10% of your order you get in credit that will be added to your next month. But it goes up to 30% after a year. So that's awesome. And then you get all these points that you can just apply to whatever's in your cart and get it really cheap. And then they also have specials each month where like you get something for free if you order before the 15th.
Yeah.
Over a certain amount.
Well, and also this month, and I don't know if Natalie's aware, she might be, but if you order this month a total of 100 PV, which is point value, all the products have a point value. Anyways, it's usually $1 per point if it's oils. If you do 100 PV this month and then you do an LRP next month of 100, in September they will give you 100 points on your account, so $100 essentially that you can spend toward oils. So that's the special they're doing right now. So yeah, good reason to order now and order next month. You'll get $100. Sweet. Natalie's doing it. Nice. She said yes. So Sherry said that she'll travel for an in-person class. She's in North Florida.
I know. I'm actually quite distracted because Megan said yes for a class, and then Sherry said that. And I have, that is like the ghost of Christmas past or something.
Oh, because we haven't done that for so long.
So long. All of our classes have been online for so long. It's like a different era of my life. Think about it. I haven't done a class since before. This is crazy. Since before we adopted Eve, Jude, and Daniel. That was a long time ago. I'm going to get weepy because like my whole life has changed so much since then. Sorry, I've been so weepy ever since Andrew left.
Yeah, close to tears. Okay.
What oil would be helpful for that?
Well, we have some, but not in this kit, maybe not.
Yes, lemon oil.
Ooh.
Lemon oil comes from the rind of the lemon. I just used it yesterday in a recipe. I was making the most amazing cake. I'm sure it's so bad for you. In fact, I was looking at it today and it says how many calories, and I am hoping that's for the whole cake because if it is it says
I want to look.
It's right there.
I'm gonna get it.
It says 1,400 calories, and there is a chance that is not for the whole cake, but for one slice of it.
No, I think it's a whole thing
because it's this cake.
Now we're sharing recipes.
Half-baked harvest. And I didn't do the strawberries or the cream stuff. I just did, it's an olive oil cake. Oh my gosh. Like, it's amazing, huh?
It's really good.
It's really good. But anyways,
we should do a class
on this. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Because it's got literally 2 cups of olive oil in it. This is for a 9-inch pan. 2 cups of olive oil.
I'm going to eat some more of that tonight.
Yeah, it was amazing. but it asked for lemon zest. I didn't have any, but and it also asked for lemon juice. I didn't have any lemons. So I use.
You have lemon. We have lemon juice in the.
I know,
fridge.
but I use this for the lemon zest.
I got some peppermint in my eye.
I know it actually feels good. I think. I use the lemon oil because it is from the zest of lemons in place of the lemon zest, and it was really good.
But you don't need much if you're cooking with it usually. How much did you use?
I used 20 drops.
What?
Yeah.
20 drops?
Yeah. Well, this is one of the least. There's a lot of oil on an orange.
Oh, okay.
Or on a citrus. Like when you peel your citrus fruits, you'll see like the spray.
Yeah.
You know, that's the oil, and I guess some moisture from it. But like.
Well, you can actually kind of take the rind and kind of fold it, and you'll actually see it like little spurts coming out.
These are some things that might happen in a live class. It's really amazing demonstrations. Wow. We didn't ever actually do that. I was kidding.
We should have though.
But I think it's about 15 drops of oil. 15 to 20 is like the zest of a large lemon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that also explains why. So citrus oils typically are a lot cheaper than other oils because there's so much oil in it. You can extract a lot more from less material.
Lemon oil smells amazing. It's really good for your mood and it's uplifting.
Hey, I'm still talking about this.
I know.
So what that means is that some oils are more expensive. What that means is they just have to use more plants.
Well, that's actually what I knew what you were going to say.
Were you segueing into that?
Yes, I knew. Okay. You have to trust me. We get really hyper during these. Frankincense oil. I used to pull out the most expensive oil that Doterra sold, and I would say, why do you guys think this oil is so expensive? And people would say like, oh, because, everybody wants it, or I don't know.
Freaking cool.
Yeah, but it's actually just because it's so hard to extract the oils from them. And so one bottle of frankincense, I think, is about $75 wholesale. That's not even retail. That's if you have a wholesale membership. Retail is 20% more than that. But what's awesome is you get this whole kit for how much? $250? $300?
Yeah.
$300. So this is a very expensive oil because it's a crazy process for this. These trees only grow in one part of the world, the frankincense trees, over in the Arab region and onto the African coast.
No, I was wrong. 270.
270.
Yeah, I can't.
Then they have to score the trees, and then the resin has to slowly come out, and then it has to dry on the tree, and then they pull the resin off, and then they have to go distill it from that, and they don't get a ton of oil from it.
Well, also what's great is this doesn't kill the tree either if you do it right.
To do it right.
They keep using the tree.
And so that's why that frankincense is so expensive. And then there are just some plants like rose, it just doesn't have much oil on it, but the oil is so powerful. So
but it takes so many rose petals.
It's like something like 140,000 rose petals or something for one bottle. So
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Because that's like $300 for
Okay, so let's move on to frankincense. Frankincense is very, very supportive of healthy immune function. Like your immune system will function at a higher rate. If you put frankincense under your tongue or on the bottom of your feet, it's also really good for your brain. It's good for your mood. Like a lot of people feel like this is like the best oil ever. And if you could only have one oil, you would have frankincense. I don't know. How could I choose a favorite? I love all 10 of these oils. But I think,
it's right for my face.
I use it like a couple times a week on my skin because it is, I don't remember what the word is when it helps like shrink your pores. It's really good for your skin. Like literally Cleopatra used frankincense on her skin.
And she used Doterra's frankincense. So.
I think it was. I mean, I know Doterra wasn't around, but I think
essentially it was.
If it had been, it would have been Doterra's. No, I use it on my skin. I go back and forth between blue tansy and frankincense, but we're going to do that next week.
So everyone tune in next week for skincare stuff. Okay. I may forget to announce it until like a half hour before, but that's going to be happening.
We're going to go through a day in the life of not skincare.
Oh, well, I know, but I guess that's included.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Day in the life of all the oils we use and doTERRA products we use every day.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, back to our dorky way.
Roberta said she loved today's vlog. Thanks, Roberta.
In the
antique shopping stuff we did.
That was, I told Mike, I was editing it today, and I'm like watching, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that painting. Like I could hear myself like running, slamming the door, getting in the car, and like driving back up there.
An hour and a half.
Because I there's a painting in today's vlog that I didn't purchase. It was a print, But I'm like, oh, it's a print. I'll maybe buy it online someday, whatever. But I can't. There's like 2 people that are selling it. And it's way more expensive than it was there, and the frame isn't as good. And then, did you guys see the turkey plates from today's vlog? Oh, I feel actual pain about this. They were so pretty, and watching them in the video, I'm like, they're even prettier because you're seeing so many things in an antique mall. Sometimes it's hard to see things after a while. But the turkey plates from Johnson Bros, I think, were there, and I was watching the vlog, and I want them so bad now. They're probably still there because who's buying turkey plates but me? And I looked them up online, and legit, they were like $30 a plate online. And yes, I know, Janae saw it. They were $45 for 20 pieces.
Thanks, Janae.
Thanks for having my back, Janae. Ow! But it wasn't 20. If you notice, because I studied the footage. It wasn't. There was probably only like 4 plates. But still, if I bought 4 plates online today, it would have been $120. So if I get 4 plates and like the creamer and like some other little things, I need to go back.
Okay, let's get back to the oils.
Sherry said she would have grabbed them. And Roberta did too. So
I always have to convince Megan not to buy stuff.
No, he goes like
well, either I show little interest or I point out the defects. I'm good at that. Like, there's a crack here.
He acts like very confused at why anyone would ever want. I'm like, like for Thanksgiving. He's like, It's like, well,
I don't give you anything.
Good luck on having a good Thanksgiving this year.
We're gonna have an awesome Thanksgiving. What are you talking
I
about?
need those plates.
Okay, let's keep talking about oils. That's what these people are here for.
Yeah, so. Janae said only your favorite people would use them at Thanksgiving. No, see, what would happen is I would need to go antiquing a lot more to find some more of them, and it would become my obsession between now and November, and it would bring so much meaning and purpose to my life.
Oh, okay, that's it. I got you.
Okay,
it's about meaning and purpose.
Megan McNally says September pies again. Yes, I love making pies.
Okay, you guys, you're getting Megan off course here.
I'm getting really hyper.
Okay, let's go. What are we
I'm very happy. I feel so seen. That those turkey plates were so colorful and beautiful, weren't they? They weren't just like some brown and orange.
Do you need to go back and get those? I mean, are they still there, you think?
Look at this.
I just don't want to hear about it anymore.
They're definitely there. They were like down on a rack in the basement. Nobody's buying those turkey plates.
Listen, Janae, I think Janae's asked 2 times now. Which of these oils do you reach for most? See, Janae's getting us back on track.
Okay.
Thanks, Janae. And Sherry does. She does.
Okay, of the ones that are left over.
And getting the
ones that are left over.
No. I think she wants to know which one you. Wait.
Which of these oils are you most reached for?
I think what she means to say is which one do you like use the most, maybe? Of these oils? Yeah.
Okay, I don't know, but we're gonna go with the rest. I think maybe she's trying to help us get through it because she needs to go. Okay. Good point. DigestZen.
Keep moving on.
DigestZen is used so often at our house. It is for your digestive purposes. You can take it internally in a capsule. That's awesome. Doterra has empty capsules. You can get them at the health food store too. They are not made of gelatin.
Well, the Doterra
Somebody looked them up for it. Somebody asked that last time.
We looked it up.
Yeah. But Doterra also has pre-made digestive capsules. I love those. If everything's slowed down or sped up, those normalize everything for me. We also use DigestZen when we're traveling a lot. If we go, especially to countries where you're not sure if people believe in the power of hand washing and they prepared your food, we will take DigestZen at the meal in our water or in a capsule because it also has antibacterial properties.
Yeah. This is one of those oils you wouldn't really diffuse it. It's not really meant for that sort of thing.
It smells like licorice.
Yeah.
And peppermint. But we rub it. It also has oils in it like marjoram that help with muscle cramping. And so if you are having all the crampiness going on here, using it topically, because you think, how is using it topically going to get that to an upset stomach or into my colon? I have studied how to get things into your colon for a long time.
True. You need that.
But rubbing it over actually, because when you're having a lot of that cramping, it's actually the muscles around that are cramping, and it helps calm them down, and it helps a lot. So we use that a lot.
Very nice.
But Mike uses this oil quite a bit. He uses it in lotion form.
Correct. Deep blue.
Deep blue rub.
This is another
There's
blend.
a little image on there that says 1 bottle of deep blue oil is in every. No, it doesn't say that, but that's true. The equivalent of this whole bottle of oil isn't this. You need like the smallest amount.
Yes.
You can use the oil, and it's in
The
your
oil
kit.
is great. Yeah,
Yes.
and you just need to
But
drop.
if you ever want this, you do like the smallest amount,
yeah, it goes a long way.
and then you rub it on.
Where are you gonna put it?
I was going to go on this elbow right here.
That elbow does need it a lot.
Yeah,
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
I use it. I run a lot. I use it for my knees, and they keep me healthy. And if there is an injury, it's also it's going to help you take down some pain, take the inflammation down, and recover more quickly. So
think of it as an all natural icy hot. Icy hot not only helps with the inflammation, icy hot helps with the inflammation and the pain, but deep blue also has all of these amazing, plants in it that also facilitate the healing and make it so that maybe you're not going to have that problem in the future.
And this is a good one for those men in your life who are not convinced about oils. Deep blue.
Or smelling like a flower.
Right. Deep blue is a good convincer of the male gender.
Do you want to know what it smells like? Certs.
Yeah, it smells like a peppermint gum.
No,
Certs.
Like you guys remember Certs?
Oh, like the little solid
Yes,
disc?
the one that would spark when you.
Dude, I love Certs.
Yeah. Okay.
My mom used to have those in her bag all the
It
time.
smells like a mom's purse.
Right.
Certs. Okay. Oregano oil is an incredibly powerful oil. It is probably doTERRA's spiciest oil. It tastes like pizza. It smells like pizza. Like, it's so good. I use it in my cooking a lot. I will do this thing, especially in winter, if I just feel like there's yuckies going around. At the end of making a soup, I'll add like a drop of oregano. A lot of oils are so potent that they would ruin the taste, but I'm okay. I can do a drop of, I'm also making like an enormous batch of soup. But if you want to add less than a drop, you can do that by putting a drop on a spoon.
This is a good tip. Listen up.
Put a drop on a spoon. Then you can use a paper towel to soak up half of that drop or 3/4 of the drop. Or you could just like shake it off till there's like no drop anymore, but there's a residue of it, and then stir it in. But do it after you've cooked. And so then all of those, medicinal compounds aren't going to be harmed by the heat. But everybody's going to get some oregano oil in, which is antiviral, antibacterial. It's super awesome.
And a great way, this goes to a question that Melissa had about where on the foot should I put on oil. So one thing about putting your oils on the bottom of your feet, bottom is best, is because that part of your body is less sensitive to a spicy oil, because obviously the skin is thicker there, but your pores are actually pretty big on the bottom of your feet. So if you want to get oregano inside, but not necessarily through your mouth because you're afraid of being burned, put it on the bottom of your feet.
Then wash your hands with soap.
Right. Wash your hands,
because it's super spicy. I have done the opposite. I am like the guy in Princess Bride, how he iocane powder.
Right. He developed a
tolerance,
immunity to it.
A tolerance for it. I actually am not burned too much by oregano oil anymore.
You're such a.
But it's really great. Like if you have plantar warts or warts, or even I know my aunt uses it to get rid of like skin tags and ugly moles. So.
But the beautiful moles want to keep those. Right,
well, yeah, of course. Okay. I take an oregano capsule every day.
That's what Sherry said.
Wow. Like of oil?
Sounds like it.
Spicy.
Yeah, that's pretty potent, but it is good for immunity.
It is really good. And like if you want to do a cleanse, like you got a candida issue, oregano kills candida.
Learn it right on out of there.
Yeah. I actually used to have, anyways. I used to get.
Let's not share too much information.
Reoccurring candida issues. And when I came to doTERRA, and I forgot about this till this moment, but I use oils and I don't get them anymore. I haven't had one in a decade or more.
You haven't had one what? Candida issues?
A yeast infection.
Oh, right.
I used to have them all the time, remember?
That's true. That was a problem.
Mike's a little embarrassed that I'm bringing this up.
It's okay.
But
these are all ladies.
It's ladies. And inconceivable.
Thank you, Megan, for that reference.
Yes. But I don't get them anymore. And that is because I used tea tree oil.
We just watched Princess Bride like last week.
Yeah, we had not shown it to Jude yet. It was, and funny because he's at the age where like he doesn't understand that it's a joke, It's just an incredibly amazing adventure. Arthea asked how my aunt uses oregano for skin tags. I don't know exactly, but I'm gonna guess that she puts a little bit of oregano on a toothpick or a Q-tip.
You got to be
Puts it
careful
only on the skin tag or the mole, and then puts a Band-Aid over it, like one of those little round ones, and does that every day. And I don't think it would take very long before it fell off. I think my brother did that.
Yeah, the toothpick thing is a good trick. You put a little bit of oil on there, and you stick the
I like put it in and then like go like this if I need to,
Yeah.
and then just dink. And you're gonna want to do that with like warts and stuff too. But I use tea tree oil to end the fungal yeasty problems that I was having. That was just, it was like all the time, and it was very frustrating. But that's what one of the things we talked about last time, and I've mentioned a little bit here today, that we're treating the symptoms, but also these oils, plant oils, are able to treat the root cause. They go through the cell membrane, they work with our bodies. And so when I worked things that we were having going on, sometimes chronically, with different parts of our body and with different conditions, not only did the oils help in the moment, but they helped us not deal with them anymore. Mike talked about that last time with the knee thing that he has, like preventatively now. But like I said, I was getting chronic yeast infections, and I don't get them at all anymore. I haven't one in a decade.
Megan has a good question about.
Yes, Megan says, would it work
fungus.
on feet fungus? So does oregano. Both of those are very antifungal.
Tea tree and
tea tree might be a little bit more smell you accept a little bit more, but what I would suggest is put it on with a carrier oil, because a carrier oil is going to keep the oil on your skin longer. And if it's a skin issue, you want it to stay on top. You don't want it to just absorb and go into your bloodstream necessarily. And so put it with a carrier oil on that on the foot, and then maybe pull some socks on so it really stays on. Might be really hot with the oregano, but
yeah, because oils are, like we said, are light particles. They flash off into the air very easily. So you can lose a lot of the oil just from dissipation, essentially, into the air. So if you put something over it, some sort of clothing or a hot pack or something like that, it holds it on the skin.
But tea tree oil, everybody's heard of it because it's really good for your skin. My kids have definitely used it when they're struggling with acne. It's very soothing feeling on the skin. It's very cooling. So same with rashes and things along those lines, adding it and making a little salve.
Salvate?
Yeah. You can do that with some raw coconut oil and some tea tree and some lavender. That's just the kind of fun thing that you can do now once you have oils.
Now, and tea tree oil is also good for healthy ear function. So if you've got a little bit of a issue, like little kids tend to have ear.
It's funny that we're trying to be
problems.
FDA compliant, but then other times we're just saying things
we don't care.
completely outright.
But we can't. We're not supposed to say certain things. But anyways,
because we are not doctors.
It's true. And this stuff also hasn't been approved for use for those things by the FDA. Anyways, but if you need it for an ear issue, what you do is you take a little cotton ball, take off a piece of it, put a few drops of oil on the cotton ball, and then just
one drop,
and then you just sort of put it right out here outside, so it just sort of sits in there.
Not the part, you don't want the wet part on your skin. You want the wet part just like facing the ear canal, and then it'll create this little aromatic room inside your ear, and all of that goodness from the oil will help with what's going on in there. And we talked about it on the last one, but we had some major ear infections going on, seriously major, and took care of it with tea tree.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
Roberta talked about arthritis, and I would just use the deep blue. That's an awesome oil.
Deep blue
for your inflammation problems.
Yeah, or you get the app and look that up. They'll have some different protocols in there for that.
But from the top 10, most of the time, I kid you not, get on that app. There's a list of.
You're not kidding?
No, I am not kidding.
Whoa.
Get on that app.
You're usually
most of the things are going to have one of these 10 oils in the list of oils.
Oh, most of the protocols.
Yeah. The final oil is Breathe Oil. This is our respiratory blend. Maybe not thinking about it a ton during the summer, but this fall, Breathe is on everybody's mind because we're starting to get the icky lung and respiratory problems.
Yeah.
And so you can put this in a diffuser. People will use it for snoring, though. Maybe even in the summer, the snoring's a problem at your house.
Oh, I thought you meant to help you snore. Okay.
And then put it on your chest, put it on the bottom of your feet once again. Put it in your hands. I showed this last time. Let me show you. I'm going to make a little inhaler.
Yeah.
So you put a drop.
Maybe.
Oh, I got two.
Is that?
Rub my hands together.
This is getting kind of low.
Yeah, it is. Rub my hands together. Make a tube. make a cup, put it together, and what have you got? And remember, oils are really light. They're very small particles. And so they do. That's why you smell them, even when you open the bottle. And that gets right down and all into my little bronchial tubes.
You can feel it.
It feels really good.
I would do it too, but it'd be weird if we're both doing it.
It's totally legal though. Okay.
You can inhale in this scenario.
So that's really good to open up your airways. Also just for healthy lung function. I have had people who've had chronic issues with their lungs that they had to use a different type of inhaler every day and been able to replace it and then not need it at all.
Awesome.
So like close friends.
Nora asked if we use an oil that might help getting splinters out. I don't know about that. That's a good question.
I doubt there's one in the book, but you look it up.
I'm going to look this up.
I was just wondering if helichrysum, because it helps with healthy blood clotting, might somehow help push it out, but I don't know. Sherry said she used frankincense for arthritis. You're so smart. Why didn't I think of that? That is really great. Frankincense #1 use is inflammation. I didn't think of that.
Good call, Sherry.
Thank you. I'm just thinking about vein things like pore size.
I don't know about that. There's nothing in here for that.
I would say reading glasses and tweezers.
Yeah, I mean, you can use lavender for pain and that sort of thing. Or
but maybe frankincense. Hey, you know what? When in doubt, use frankincense. I've heard that a million times. So put some frankincense on there. If you've got it.
Get some frankincense on up here.
All right. So, Mike, tell our lovely friends at home how they too can get some oils. You already did.
Now we're like the QVC or something. Well, we kind of did. I'm going to do it again, though, because some people might have missed it. Yes.
Melissa asked really quick, can you mix Breathe with the courier oil to make it like Vicks Vapor Rub, but better? I actually don't even mix it with a courier oil and do that, but you can. There's actually like a Breathe stick.
There's a Breathe stick, yeah, which is almost, that's exactly what it is. You can rub it here, bottom of feet, you know, that sort of thing. So.
Okay, Naomi asked best oil for hair loss. And I have some ideas, but we're going to use the app.
Okay.
Because we are.
Hey, don't show them my code to unlock my phone.
Did I just show you?
Probably.
Okay, we're going to open the app. Oh, my goodness. And I'm going to put in hair. And it goes to hair. And then we have beard.
Ooh, what's it say about that?
Children. We can't do that right now. Girl. Dandruff, dry, estrogen balance, fragile hair, greasy, oily hair.
Hey.
Just kidding, he doesn't. Growth, stimulate, right? Itching and loss. Should we go with stimulate growth?
Yeah, probably.
Time. That was the one I was going to say. Really? Lavender, you've got that.
See?
Rosemary and ylang ylang, obviously all topical. And then loss says, okay, one common, it's got a whole paragraph.
Don't read the whole thing.
One common form of hair loss, especially males, is androgenic alopecia, also known as male pattern baldness in males. Okay. It's the same ones though. It has this whole thing. So it says the shrinking of the follicles inhibits their ability to produce hair. And so rosemary, I've heard of people who add rosemary to their
shampoo.
No. Well, yes.
Conditioner.
No.
Hair gel.
Their mascara.
Oh.
It makes their eyelashes grow longer.
Oh, I should try that.
That's a little much for me. That seems a little sensitive. That's, oils, they're pretty, but they do it.
Okay. So let me tell you how you can get some oils. As I said before, there are links in the description of this video. There's a link directly to this kit that we just went over. And you get the kit. And what's a benefit of buying a kit is that once you have a kit, you also have a wholesale account with Doterra, which gives you access to 20% off the retail price for everything. That is really nice. I like how that is going across there.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I thought you were doing that on purpose.
I was.
So you get this kit or any of the kits, and you automatically become a wholesale member, which is great. Or there's another link to our website, which shows all the different kits that are available. So if you're not sure about this one, there's other kit options. Or you can just go at
a la carte.
A la carte, right? And which is another link down there, which is actually one I put for people who are outside the U.S. This also works for people that are in the U.S. You just go on, tell me you want to open a wholesale account, and then you choose whatever oils you want to get. The great thing right now is that Doterra is not charging you to open a wholesale account. Usually it's $35.
For the year?
Yes, for a whole year. But until the end of this year, there's no charge for that. So you can open a wholesale account, choose whatever oils you want. You get that special, and it's pretty sweet. So there's no reason to buy at the retail level, which you can do as well. But just open a wholesale account, okay? It just
Evie,
makes
did
sense.
you want to come say hello?
Um,
Do you want to come say hello?
oh,
You're just
she's
waiting for us
for
to be
prayer.
done.
Okay. Also, a couple cool things that are going on right now. If you get one of the kits, you do get another diffuser, that little pebble diffuser, which is the small one. So you get a free diffuser. It's super awesome. And then also, if you do you get a kit and you do the 100 PV loyalty rewards program order next month, and then the next month after that, you get $100 added to your account. So
remember how you said you build up that credit? You will have $100 added the third month.
Yeah, in early September. So what'll happen is if you do open an account or order some oils, I'll send you an email that'll explain all this. And then also we'll schedule time to talk if you want to and go over what oils you got as well as some of this other stuff to make sure you have all the details. So we make sure you know what you're doing, essentially.
Essentially?
Yes, I did that on purpose.
Any
That's
questions before we end? Any questions? That's David Pumpkins.
Right. We love David Pumpkins.
All right. Well, we went long.
Yeah.
But I think we meant Wednesday nights would be a little bit longer anyways.
Yeah, we did say that. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks for coming along. So if you're watching this recorded later, leave a comment below. We're watching the comments. We'll answer your question in the comments as well. The live feed was great, but you can leave a question.
You guys did a
there.
great job with questions tonight. Great
Yeah.
job. And also great job
questions.
at praising us and using really nice words like classy and beautiful. So thank you. Thank you.
Those all apply to me though.
Yeah.
So. And then yeah, if you're in Charlotte and you want to have a class at your house, just let us know.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, we'll come
that
do
makes
that.
me nervous. Very nervous.
Okay, that it?
Love you guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Have a good night. Be good. See ya. Oh wait, do we have something?